Good evening, everyone. We are Group 11, and we will analyze a case study on global technology company, Tech Solution Inc., that seeks a cloud solution to migrate its current infrastructure for scalability, agility, and cost efficiency by assessing its business needs on the cloud solution, the migration, and the disaster recovery strategies, as well as data confidentiality and compliance. So let me talk about the company a little bit. So Tech Solutions Inc. is a trusted global technology partner serving a diverse range of customers in the telecommunications sector, including multinational telecom giants, regional service providers, emerging startups, and cable operators. The company has over 2,000 professionals in the technology field, such as software engineering, network architecture, data science, project management, quality assurance, and customer support, who foster cultural innovation, collaboration, and continuous learning. Their regional offices operate as customer engagement centers, including local support, project management, and expertise tailored to the specific needs and cultural nuances of each region. So, cloud architectural models, there are four types, as you can see here. The first one would be public cloud. Then there's the private cloud, the hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So the public cloud is really a cloud base where it's pretty much open for anyone to the public. It has some advantages where it is a low cost, a very low overhead. There is an infinite scalability. Unfortunately, there's a lack of customization. There's governance issues as well as potential latencies in this service. A private cloud is really specifically for that business needs where they don't want to put it all to the public. They want to keep it to them only. So therefore, it can be fully customized and it has really high security and better performances. Unfortunately, it's definitely a higher cost because you're gonna pay for that privacy. There's like high IT overheads, and there may be some underutilized resources in there. A hybrid cloud, on the other hand, is a combination of both public and private. So you're really taking that advantages of both worlds and having very few disadvantages. So that means there's great flexibility in it, resilience to outages. There's no capacity ceiling, fewer IT overheads, and it's better managed security. The only advantages that we're seeing is probably compatibility for the organization current infrastructures. Community cloud is a infrastructure where it is shared among different groups of people. So, for say, a hospitals would be able to share the same resources for all of them, and without like having too much customization. So in here, so it's a shared cost, and the customization is really within that community needs, and not individual organization needs. The advantage is security issues. If anything happens, all across all will be affected. There's poor scalability, and it's less popular than the other models as well. But if we look at the tech solutions client base, because it really depends on who is the client. So for say a telecom giant may want to have private cloud. in order to have that high level of security, comparing to emerging startups, which really want to focus on cost base, right? So they may want to choose public cloud. The other two customers, the regional service provider and cable operators, clients may uh, take advantage of that community cloud that we've mentioned, where it is shared across among all of them. So there's less customization for each individual. Is really that customization is for those group of people, for all cable operator or for all regional service providers, so that they can share the similar resources. Now, if we look at the three types of cloud services, we have infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. We have the on-premise, which is not really a cloud. It is their current infrastructure in-house, where they would be wanting to transfer to one of these three services. And it really depends on the amount of control that the organization wants. So, based on the assessment of tech solutions, we believe that the infrastructure as a service would benefit them because you will simply delegate some of the infrastructure, such as visualization, servers, storage, and networking, to the cloud provider and still have control of those application data, runtime, middleware, and OS within for them. We can kind of consider the platform of a service, but based on the case study, they still may want that little bit of infrastructure control. So that's why we recommend the infrastructure as a service because of that little like runtime, middleware, and OS control that they will have, as opposed to completely handing off to the cloud operator. So if we look at migration approaches, there's six strategies. There's six cloud migration strategies. The first one is rehosting, also known as lift and shift, meaning that we are moving the entire application to the cloud as is. Nothing changes. There's replatforming, very similar to the lift and shift. The only difference is you may want to tweak a little bit to take advantage of that cloud environment. So you are moving your application as is with some changes. I'll skip the repurchasing for now. I'll go to refactoring, which is really modifying your application. Is unlike the lift and shift where you're moving as is, you're actually somewhat rebuilding your application in order to fit that cloud environment that is required, so that it's a lot more fluid and all that. Uh, Now we have the retiring and repurchasing. Those two kind of come aligned together. So first of all, like retiring means you let go of your current application, you terminate them, and you may want to consider replacing them by repurchasing a totally new cloud native application from somewhere. So that's why I'm saying retire and repurchase is kind of together. Now, this last one is not really a cloud migration strategy that we normally see. Retaining simply means we're not moving to the cloud. We're keeping it as is. So that's why it's not really a migration strategy. But it is there for your knowledge and understanding. If we follow the four steps to a successful cloud migration, which is assess, plan, execute, operate, and optimize, Uh, we believe that based on those four steps, the best cloud migration strategy would be replatforming for the Tech Solution Inc. Simply because you're moving your application as is, but with some changes to benefit the cloud environment so that it doesn't impact too much of the client's needs. Now, the company can also consider refactoring model for more complex application for say a telecom may want, so that you can like completely rebuilding an application for them. So that is pretty much it. I will pass on to my colleague Kavitha to speak about public cloud responsibility model.
I would like to thank Edmund for explaining cloud models and strategies, and I'm Kavita. I'll continue with public cloud responsibility model and cloud compute service and strategy explanation. In this slide, we'll see about the public cloud responsibility model. Cloud providers like AWS or Azure manage the physical infrastructure, including the server, storage, and networking. Tech solution must secure its application data and access control to ensure regulation compliance. The key focus area includes the encryption of data, strict IAM policies, and adhere to CCPA or GDPR guidelines. In the slide number 5, we'll be seeing about cloud compute service and strategies. Services like EC2, Azure VMs, Lambda, or EKS offers flexibility for different workload types. Use auto scaling to handle demand spikes and spot instance to optimize compute cost. Serverless functions like AWS Lambda are ideal for lightweight event driven operations. Slide 7 will be explained by my friend Drew. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dhruv Patel. Let's now talk about scaling and elasticity, two critical pillars of successful cloud migration strategy for tech solutions. Our plan leverages both vertical and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling allows us to add more power to existing machine when needed, while horizontal scaling enables us to add or remove virtual machines based on real-time demand. This dual approach gives us flexibility and efficiency. Autoscaling policies are configured to respond to predefined metrics such as CPU usage, memory consumption, and network traffic. When demand spikes, more instances are automatically spun up. When demand drops, unused resources are scaled down to control cost. To orchestrate these changes efficiently, we are utilizing managed services like AWS Autoscaling Groups or Azure Virtual Machine Scale Sets, and in more containerization environments, Kubernetes handles elasticity seamlessly. This ensures high availability, faster response times, and significant cost saving, all crucial for maintaining top tier performance during peak business period. When it comes to storage, tech solutions needs a solution that balances cost, performance, and reliability. That's why we propose a hybrid cloud storage strategy. For unstructured data like logs, media, backups, we will use object storage solutions such as Amazon S3 or Azure Blob Storage. These services are cost effective, scalable, and ideal for big data workloads. For high performance systems like virtual machines and databases, block storage will be deployed. This provides low latency, high throughput, access perfect for transactional workloads. File storage is reserved for applications that require shared file system or not at cloud native. Services like Amazon EFS or Azure Files ensure compatibility and ease of use. Additionally, we are implementing a tiered storage model, hot for frequently accessed data, cold for infrequently accessed files, and archive for long-term storage. This approach optimizes cost without compromising accessibility. All storage is encrypted at rest and in transit, with strict access control to ensure compliance and data confidentiality.
Hello everyone. So my name is Shisham Rajya Sarikonda. So I'm going to discuss about the cloud restoration strategies for Tech Solutions INC. So in the cloud, ensuring business continuity is critical, especially for a company serving global telecom clients, right? So our strategy starts with regular backups, using tools like AWS Backup or Azure Backup. These backups are encrypted, version controlled, and stored across multiple zones for maximum reliability. For disaster recovery, we recommend a cross-region replication and the use of automated failure tools such as Elastic Disaster Recovery, the AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery, or Azure Site Recovery. So we have defined the key recovery objectives here. One is RTO and the other one is RPO. So the RTO recovery time objective of 2 hours and the recovery point objective RPO of 15 minutes, especially for critical transactional systems. So, to ensure readiness, our tech solutions should conduct regular disaster recovery drills and automate restoration testing. So, these strategies will help maintain trust, reduce downtime, and meet regulatory and SLA commitments. Right. So, moving to the next slide, SLA management. Yeah, so this is the SLA management plan. So SLAs are service level agreements define the minimum service expectations between tech solutions and its cloud providers, right? So we begin by setting the key performance indicators, KPIs, like uptime, for example, 99.99% for critical services, response time, and recovery time. Using tools like CloudWatch or Azure Monitor, we can continuously track these metrics. For SLA violations, there needs to be a clear escalation matrix detailing how issues are reported, tracked, and resolved, from first level support to senior engineering teams. So SLAs should also outline financial penalties or service credits in case the provider fails to meet promised availability. So finally, we recommend conducting quarterly SLA audits and reviews to ensure alignment with the evolving business needs. This structured approach ensures accountability, reliability, and client trust, especially in the high demand telecom sector. So, this is the SLA management plan that we've prepared for the telecom, sorry, tech solutions. Yeah. So, the coming slide will be explained by my friend Vinod. Thank you.
Thank you, Raju. Thank you, Tim. My name is Vinod Kumar. So, moving on to next slide, cloud cost management strategy. Tech Solution Inc. wants to make sure we control and optimize its expenses in the cloud. So, we first identified key cost drivers: compute, storage, database, and network usage. To track and manage these, we apply allocation tags that lets us view expenses by department or application and avoid confusion. We then leverage AWS native tools like Billing, Budget, and Cost Explorer to visualize spending and set alerts. To control costs, we implement strategies like right sizing EC2, turning off non critical workloads after hours, and choosing reserved or spot instances when appropriate. This approach lets tech solution pay only for what uses and avoid waste. Moving on to next slide, data confidentiality and compliance. Tech Solution Inc. must safeguard its sensitive data and stay compliant with industry regulation. To do this, we enable encryption at rest and transit. That means we encrypt storage volumes and databases, and we use HTTPS and TLS to keep data safe during transfer. We control who can view or modify resources by applying AWS IAM rules and policies. We align these control with GDPR and PCI DSS requirements to stay compliant. To minimize risk, we perform regular audits, vulnerability scans, and we have a clear incident response plan if something goes wrong. This approach lets tech solution operate safely and responsibly in the cloud. Moving on to next slide. To summarize or to wrap it up, Tech Solution Inc. Move to the cloud lets it become more agile, resilient, and cost effective. It can respond faster to changing business needs, cut back on unnecessary expenses, and scale effortlessly when demand grows. The strategies we implemented, from the cost control and data safeguards to scaling and backup, collectively enable tech solutions to operate efficiently and securely in a dynamic market. So this prepares the company to innovate and grow without any limitations of its legacy infrastructure. So that's all from my end, and that's all from our team. If you have any questions, please do let us know. Thank you.